most adults, getting and staying on track with finances is a day-to-day challenge. And one thing that might have been helpful is learning how to manage money as a young adult or a teenager. That's where Apprisen financial advisors can help. Kathy Virgallito joins me today with advice on getting our kids on track from the beginning. Oh, how important is this, Kathy? Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Good morning, Gail.
As a mother of 3 young adults, I know that challenge that we have had trying to teach them as they've gotten older and had jobs and managing their own money. And you say that it is a family affair. What's your meaning behind that?
Well, by that I mean that for the most part, people learn how to manage money in the home. Their parents teach those important lessons. And so one thing is for parents to really kind of take charge of that task and include the children in some of the decision making that goes into buying groceries, buying gifts during the holidays, just to make them a part of that so they can learn from the parents.
That's a really good idea, because I think most parents just think about teaching your children about a credit card, an interest, or a checkbook, but to actually get them involved in family finances is much more tangible, I think.
That's right. And one of the very first concepts you can even do with young children all the way up through teens is to talk about the difference between needs and wants. Difficult for us sometimes, but very important to learn at an early age.
Very important. Yes, I think that is very true. You have something in your hand, which I think is really adults can use just as much as young people.
That's right. And it's a fritter finder, which you can find on our website. And it's really important for everyone, as you pointed out, to understand where the money is going. But, you know, we did a recent informal poll that said that 65% of families give their children allowance. And as kids get older, they tend to come back to the parents and say, hey, I spent all my money, I spent my allowance, but I still need some things. And when the mom or dad says, well, where'd the money go? They don't know. So the fritter finder is just a little piece of paper where you can ask the child to begin to write down where they're spending money and then have the opportunity to review it. It gives them that information and may make some changes in the way they're managing their allowance.
I was going to say, is that one of the first steps in teaching children is to keep track of where the money goes?
That's right, because once you have that information, you can then begin to identify, well, what's most important? What are the priorities? So whether it's a young person buying music on iTunes or going to the movies, or an adult who's trying to understand, you know, what happened to the money that I took out of the ATM, it gives us information that allows us to plan better.
What about people that say, I want to keep my kids in the dark because I don't want them to worry that we might be having financial problems?
Sure.
If they knew that we really had to save for this computer or this, it might cause them to be stressed.
That's right. And of course, you know, if things are pretty tight in the household, you don't want to share all of the details with the children, just so that you don't overwhelm them. But, you know, kids are great and they really like to be involved. And without going into a lot of detail, you can have them help clip coupons or do some comparison shopping so that they're learning, again, important skills that are going to carry over into young adulthood.
It's when you take them to the grocery store, say, hey, look, this brand, this generic brand, look how much cheaper it is than the other ones, you know. When you talk about setting financial goals, these are some of the points, and you set finances are a family affair, set financial goals, and everyone should agree on the goals. That's difficult.
That's right. Particularly those people, if there are more than one person who's spending the money in the household, you know, get some input. So if things are tight and you're thinking about cutting cable or cutting back on entertainment, which are 2 typical places people will cut back on, maybe talk about that with the family. People are more likely, and the kids are more likely, to go along with it if they can have a little bit of input into that decision.
And folks can talk to some of your financial advisors to figure out how to best start this with their family, right?
That's correct. All they need to do is call, and I know the number is up along with our website, and all they need to do is call or go to our website, and we'll be happy to talk with them.
That is great advice, Kathy. Thank you. Can you come live with me so that my children can understand? It's a daily challenge, but we're not going to give up.
That's correct.
Thanks, Kathy.